Hey guys, how y'all doing? My name is Bill. Welcome back to my shop. And in today's video, I'm going to save you some time and some money. Time is money. Money is time. Material costs money. And I don't know how many times I was doing a burn, a big burn, an hour-long burn, like a steak plate or a serving tray or a grill board. And I get almost all the way to the end, and I reach up looking at it like a dummy, and I hit the emergency stop button. What are you going to do? Take it off, plane it, restart it. Unfortunately, what that is, it was an hour-long burn. I was only about 5 minutes left to go. Now I got 55 minutes left to go on it. And also, when I plane it down, now it's going to be skinnier than what I actually wanted it to be. So, yes, you can do it. You just lost time, and your board is not the size, the thickness that you wanted to have it. So, this is where you're going to save time and money. So, if you jump from here, that's on you. But I got a timer right here, 15 minutes or less. Where is it? Right there it is. Let's go ahead and start that time. And she's going down. All right, so what you're going to do in LightBurn, and you're going to see it here in a second. I'm going to show you this on the camera. You can see it didn't finish my little piece here. So I know where it left off at. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go into LightBurn. And in LightBurn, once I know where it is that I need to be at, wherever it stopped engraving at, that's where I'm going to start my job at. So how do you do that? What is it you do to get that machine to know where you stopped at and how to start where you want to start at? That's the question, and I'm going to show you that now. All right, so in LightBurn, where I stopped at was right about in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up here to preview. See, this ain't so bad because this is only a 4-minute, 39-second burn. 3mm plywood. I can throw it away, start over. That's not a big deal. I'm not losing a whole lot of wood. But if it's oak, maple, teak wood, or whatever wood you're using, exotic wood, that's rough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to back this up. Let me zoom it in. And let me go ahead and move it up a little bit more. I know that this is where it stopped at when I looked at my my plywood over there. I know it stopped roughly right about here. So what I want to do is I want to actually bring it down just 1 or 2 clicks more to probably right about there. That's going to let me know that that's about where about it was. I might come back just one more. You don't want to go way down here because then you're going to have all this overburn. It's going to really be noticeable. But if you're right about here, you're not really going to notice that 1 or 2 lines of overburn. You'll see it, but it won't be as bad. Because this is where it was roughly when the machine stopped. It was right about here. So I'm just going to come down to right here. And that's where I'm going to start my job at. It's going to start right from there. So how do you do that? Set your place to your slide bar to wherever you want to start at. Come down here to start here. I'm not connected to the machine, so I can't go any farther than that. But this little drop-down box says start job on laser from here. We'll turn my machine on now. All right, my machine just homed. A key thing is you're going to home your machine. It's going to home anyway once you reconnect back to it. That's what it's supposed to do. You do not want to touch your honeycomb, your wood, or you don't want to move that in any way. Leave it exactly how it was. Don't change any of the position in here on your work plane. You want to keep that exactly how it was. So if you come in here and you take this image and you move it over a little bit, you're done. You have to restart over. Or if you slide that honeycomb a little bit, you're going to have to restart over. As long as you don't touch anything and your machine homes, which it's going to do, you're good to go. Now remember I said start job on laser from here. I'm going to swap cameras. I want you to watch this. But when I say I'm going to click start job on laser from here, that's what I'm clicking. And it's right here, start job on laser. All right, so now you're looking at my laser. And you can see it is home. It's up here on the home position. All you're going to do is click that start job on laser from here. And you're going to watch this machine. It's going to go up, and it's going to start right where, hopefully, I left it off at. Now, there's not too much time left on it, so it should only be, I don't know, not very much time, but I'm going to let it go. I want you to watch it. I'm going to put my glasses on, my orange glasses. All right, looking good, looking good. Now, of course, if you're doing an aggressive, darker, deeper burn, you're going to notice it more than if you're doing maybe not so deep, not so dark. Your settings are a little bit not so heavy. It won't look as bad. But if you're trying to do a real deep, dark burn, then you'll probably notice a little line. But it's better to have that than to have lost everything. You can probably work on that. Like if you're doing a steak plate, you can actually probably sand a little bit and get that to look a little better than not. It's better than losing almost an hour of your time. All right, there she just finished. So let me turn the machine off. Get a little bit quieter in here, and I'm going to take it off the machine now, and I'm going to show you what it is. All right, it looks like I was a little bit off on it. This is where you got to practice it, but you will be able to see. Yeah, I do have a little bit darker burn, but it didn't leave off anywhere, and it looks real decent. And the more you practice this, the better you'll get. Like I do have a line going across there, and I can get rid of that line a little bit. I can try to sand it all down a little bit and blend it a little bit more. But at least I didn't waste all my time on it. So the closer you get to where you need to be, the less line you're going to see. And like I said, you can actually put some stuff in there, and you can actually blend that in where you won't even see that. But because I've done it before too, and you can see where this one here, I actually have a line where it jumped over it, where I didn't have it where it needed to be. But right above that, I actually redid it again in about the same area where I was. You don't see it at all there because I was just about right on it, right where it needed to be. So the closer you get to where that machine ended, obviously the better it's going to get, because you can see a little line on that one there, but you can see where I didn't have it at all. And you can see where I wasn't quite... Where did I go with it? Where I didn't go quite to where I wanted it to be. I was a little bit lower, so it does have that little bit of line. You look straight on it, don't look as bad. When you tilt it, you can see it. So the closer you get to where you left off at, the better it is. And it takes practice. You need to practice this. But that is where you can do that, and you can get that machine and that time where you can save your money, save your time. Time is money, money is time. I just said that. So we're at 8 minutes. I think that's it. I'm just going to show you again one more time real quick where you go to do this. And you come up here to your preview button, back it to wherever like I said, the more precise you are with this, the better you will get with it. And like I said, just practice doing this and you'll definitely get much better. I probably should have started it right here. I started it right here. So it left me just a little bit of a line that I did not want to have, because it was probably finished off right here, and I should have started it right either here or on this line right here. That's where I should have started it at, and it did leave me just a little bit of line. But I can work with that, and I can blend that in, and you won't even notice it. So you back your slider bar to wherever you want to start at. Come down here, click Start from here, or Start here. And then once you're connected to it, you hit Start Job on Laser from here. And it's going to start doing its thing. I'm not connected to it, so that's why it gave me that error code. But that's it. What are we at? 7 minutes. That's pretty quick. I don't think you can get much quicker than that. And I doubt too many people know about that. If you did, drop me a comment down below. Hey, I knew about that. I like that. And yeah, it does take practice. Once you get better with it and you do it more, you will get more proficient, and you won't even notice any line like that one I showed you where I had that line where I went too far above it, so I left that white space, and then I went up again, let it run again a little bit, and then I stopped it again, and then you didn't even see a line in there. And when you're looking at it, you don't really notice it. So the more you do it, the better you will get with it, and it's just a really good time saver, money saver, material saver, everything all in that. So I appreciate you guys. I just hit 300 subscribers. It's New Year's Eve. 2025 is closing quick. 2026 is coming up. I want to hit 1,000 in 2026. So I need you guys. Yeah, so many 85, 90% watch my videos. Don't click subscribe. I don't know why. 300 of you guys that did. I just hit 300 today, so that's where I wanted to hit. before New Year's Day, so I did hit it. Thank you guys. I love each and every one of you. I appreciate it. Share, hit the bell notification, give me thumbs, drop some comments down below. YouTube really pushes me out more the more engagement I get from you guys. So you watch my video, you give me thumbs up, drop me some comments. Hey, I knew that. No, I didn't know that. Oh, I learned one thing today. I learned 2 things today. So I drop a 2 or 3 or 4, whatever it is you learn. Drop them in the comment section. But I need you to comment on them. Hit the bell notification so anytime I put something out, you get it. And if you haven't subscribed, click it. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. Mine was great. New Year's with 2025 was awesome. 2026 is going to be even better, and I hope you guys have a great New Year's and stay safe and stay healthy. And to the next one, I'm Bill. Subscribe and stay safe and have a great New Year's, guys. Thank you.